Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Pompeii, The Legacy, shall we? This is going to be a builder game where we're going to kind of rebuild Pompeii after a little disaster that you may have heard about. As far as I understand it, this is a playtest of the game. I'm checking it out early, and I want to dive in for the very first time. I'm going to put a link in the description below to the Steam page so you can check out Pompeii the Legacy, wishlist the game if you're interested. Let's go. For the first couple of years, focus on producing food, stone, wood, and lumber. Listen to your advisors and you'll establish successful initial production. Well, we'll see about that. Let's go for it. That's a nice boat. It's the Gulf of Naples.
My sons, we are faced with a challenging yet noble task, one that will define the future and reputation of our family. The great Dominus Trajanus Augustus, whose wisdom and mercy spread across our magnificent empire, has granted us a great honor. As the father of our family, I have been selected to manage a grand project, the restoration of our beloved city of Pompeii, which lies under the slopes of the majestic Vesuvius. I will lay the foundations and initiate the construction of the city, but it falls upon you, my sons, to complete my work. This is not merely about rebuilding stone walls and marble columns. This is about restoring the spirit of our city, a spirit that has never died, even beneath the ashes.
All right, choose a location for your servants to build the city hall. Okay, so of course, it's for the servants. Wow, look at that grid. And they want us to choose a location, build it south near the coast to avoid the dangers of Vesuvius. That's a good idea. So let's kind of put it here.
To the governor of Pompeii, in these challenging times, I entrust you with the most noble of all tasks. As my personal legate, you are sent to restore the greatness and splendor of our beloved city of Pompeii, which lies in ashes and awaits rebirth from the ruins of its former glory. The fate of Pompeii rests in your hands, and I hope that with your skill and courage, you will successfully lead this mission.
Of course.
By your side will be my loyal subject, Publius Attianus, a man of great fidelity and capability. His experience and knowledge will be of invaluable assistance in this grand endeavor. Trust in him, as I trust in you.
Publius.
To ease the beginning of this journey, I am sending you resources, which you will find essential in the initial days of rebuilding. Use them wisely. Imperator Trajanus Augustus.
All right, Augie.
To attract workers to the city, we need to have empty houses. We also need shelters for the city's slaves. Plebeians, along with slaves, will arrive by land and sea. Our first mission is to order the construction of 2 shelters for the slaves and 2 insulas for the plebeians.
All right. Well, they're very honest about historically how the labor was done. They are not glossing over the fact that there was slave labor used. All right, so we're going to build shelters and insulas, much like much of the early world. Okay, so build housing, a shelter. Okay, so chill. Have some. I can at least give them some nice like beachfront prop. And then an insula. We'll put them kind of close to the city itself. You can rotate it. It says change the model. Oh yeah, you can push B to kind of like mix it up a little bit. And it does it automatically. There we go. So they're actually, it looks like they're all being built. Well, 3 of them are being built. They have to chop these trees down for the other one to get built. So I'm going to speed it up. What's the button for this? 2? Yeah, there you go. Now they're getting to it. You could see them carrying the lumber. There they go, working on the trees. Insufficient slave workforce available. Well, we're going to try to do our best here. We need more unpaid workers. All right. So that warning disappeared, and I think it's just because I have fewer construction projects going on. It's a very good-looking game, huh? Look at that. Nice little balcony, you know, that they can eat on, get a little sun. Not quite the same level of finery here. Done. So it looks like it's about 3 workers per construction, or maybe depending on what building. Like these take 2. There they go. Excuse me.
The new houses look nice. Father, but why is everything so muddy here? In Rome, the roads are made of stone.
They are.
My son, Rome is the capital of the empire. Here in Pompeii, we're starting from scratch. But don't worry, we'll have proper roads soon enough. First, we'll build simple dirt roads, since we don't have enough stone for paved ones. Everything in its own time.
All right, so we need to connect everything with roads. All right, dirt road me. Oh, here we go. All right, let me start it here, and then I'm gonna make it go here, and then right across, and then we'll need to build. Oh, okay, yeah, exactly. There. Perfect.
The next task is gathering food. Before we can rebuild the city and establish production and trade routes, we must first ensure there is enough food for our people. While accompanying the Emperor of the Pannonian Valley, you witnessed firsthand how an army can sustain itself by foraging for natural resources. That knowledge will serve us well here.
The meadow and forest are great sources of food, so we will build a gatherer's hut to collect food from the surrounding area for our city.
I like it. I like where your head's at. All right, so we're going to build a gatherer's hut. Now, look at these ruins. Like, who? Oh, that's the old Pompeii. Hey-o. That's the old Pompeii. Right. Okay. So, I don't know how much, like, where exactly we build this. If it matters too much, but let's build it over here. And then let's connect it to the road. Like so. So they're queuing up the resources. And here they come. Dropping off the resources, building this up nicely. There it goes. Almost done. Great.
Great job so far, but there is still a lot of work ahead of us. We Romans cannot live on gathered plant produce alone. Our bodies also need meat. Now is the time to build a hunting camp and employ hunters who will supply us with meat.
Okay. Sure. Let's just put it right next door. I don't know if it matters. I don't see, like, resources in the wild necessarily that indicate that this is a bad location for that. I'm building a hunting camp. This is the temple ruins. So we can scavenge this to get a bunch of stone. It seems wise. This, we have the structure. We have enough stuff starting out to build this. They're just going to bring the lumber itself. All right, there it is.
Our supply of construction planks is nearly depleted. It's time to establish a production chain that will provide us with enough planks to continue building the city without interruption.
Okay.
Publius, explain to my sons how we will accomplish this.
To ensure we have enough wood, we will start by sending a few people to cut down trees in the forest. After that, we will build a sawmill that will produce planks from the wood. Finally, we will construct a forester's hut, which will generate wood on its own, so we won't have to keep sending people into the forest.
All right. So we'll use we could build a forester's hut, you know. There's a huge forest right here, but do we want to keep a lot of forest right next to the city itself? Probably not. So let's just put this one right there, and then we can build the sawmill right nearby. And then I'll build a road. That kind of goes from here to here to there. Good. And then a manual order to cut trees. Let's figure out how I do that. Oh, here it is. Collect resources. All right, so cut trees and just cut these. There they go. They're doing a great job.
We are now producing a significant amount of resources, and soon we won't have enough space to store them in the city center. It's time to build a depot, a small storage facility designed to hold both food and various materials.
All right. So I guess it looks nice, so I can build it inside the town, and I will. I want to put it next to the workers' huts.
Father! Father! There's someone in the courtyard.
All right.
No need to be alarmed, boy. I'm Marcus Cornelius Sulla. Surely you've heard of the Sulla family. Our name is well known in Pompeii.
Marcus Cornelius Sulla. To what do we owe this visit?
Ah, the man favored by the Emperor himself to rebuild Pompeii. How fortunate you must feel. And yet, how undeserving.
The
Ouch.
Emperor entrusted this task to my family, and I intend to see it through. What is it you want, Sulla?
I'm here to remind you that the Sulla family has deep roots in this city. Far deeper than yours. Pompeii is not yours to rebuild alone. Remember that. Enjoy your moment. But know this. The Sullas do not forget when they are wrong. Power shifts, like the winds.
Father, what did he mean by that? I'm glad he's gone.
Nothing we can't handle, my son. But we must prepare.
We should build a prefecture and hire guards to ensure order in the city. Sulla's visit raises the risk of sabotage. We need to be ready.
Indeed. So he says it's not our job to rebuild it alone, and I couldn't agree more. I've got some huts right here for the Sulla family to move into. You'll be integral in the rebuilding of Pompeii. You will not receive wages for your labor, but you'll earn lots of kudos. So, alright, I need more laborers, I guess. I have so many jobs going on. What do the plebs do? Like, which jobs are they running?
Father, I miss Mother and Sister. The house feels so empty without them.
I know, my son. I miss them too. But they will join us once we have built a strong and safe home here. For now, remember, you are a Roman.
I'm a Roman.
Even as a child, you carry the strength of our people. Hardships only make us stronger.
Yeah, that's
Governor,
it.
I've prepared a report on the state of the city. You may review it together with your son. It will keep his mind occupied and teach him something valuable.
Alright, so they want us to check out the report in the government panel. Okay, so here's our overview, which, this is nice. So we could see the workforce. We're attracting new residents. Sentiment, people are happy. We've got plenty of food, basic goods. Everything is fine now because we started out with so much.
We're consuming more food than we're producing.
Uh-oh.
Consider upgrading workforce expansion at the hunting camp to increase the number of workers and boost meat production.
All right, so I go to the upgrades and workforce expansion. Increase the number of hunters employed, allowing for greater efficiency in securing food. Okay, so it's going to cost 120 denarii and 15 lumber. That's fine. We have all of that.
We currently have a shortage of slaves without assigned tasks. To address this, I recommend building a shelter to accommodate new arrivals. This will ensure we have the workforce needed to sustain and expand the city. From now on, I won't remind you of such shortages directly. Instead, you'll be able to monitor this through the city's management interface.
Okay.
The city is growing steadily, but will soon need far more stone to continue building. Our current supplies won't last much longer.
All right.
Without enough stone, progress will slow to a crawl. What do you suggest?
We need to identify the best locations for quarries. I recommend we research more advanced techniques and tools. It will take time, but it's essential if we want to extract stone efficiently and ensure the city's continued growth.
Alright, research quarrying techniques to unlock the ability to locate and construct efficient stone quarries. Okay. Let me see. Health and hygiene, education and religion. I can't build that. Decoration, water supply, quarry. I need to research the quarry, so I actually don't know how to do that, really. Empire. Okay, there's me. I need, like, a building that does research, I guess? Or maybe that's a different panel. Alright, let's see if I can find this. Overlay, resources, move building, demolish. City. That's where I'm at. Government. Here it is, research. Okay, so quarry is right here, and it takes one pleb to research it. Okay, good. And then let's just leave it at that. I'm not sure exactly what they want us to do next, so. We're also running low on plebs. So let me build another insula. All right, we finished the research.
With
That
all
was
the
good.
necessary preparations in place, we now have everything we need to construct a quarry. It's time to build one and secure a steady supply of stone for the city's continued growth and development.
So we need to build this on the slopes of a hill. So, for example, you know, this is pretty good. Are there any other hills that are accessible? I don't want the Sulas to come over here and wreck me. Alright, that looks pretty good. You can build a road. There. We gotta finish this building. Got it. Let's go ahead and go to the research panel again. We probably want Stone Man. There you go. So let's see if we can... We did some research. Good, we got people coming in. We probably want yet another shelter. Because I'm going to need people at the mine, at the quarry. That's going to be quite the labor-intensive job. All right. we're okay on food. I'll go ahead and upgrade that. I'm just going to upgrade as much as possible. Make all of my structures more efficient.
Father, I saw several people coughing and looking unwell as I walked through the city. Some were too weak to stand.
That's troubling to hear. It could be the beginning of an illness spreading through the city.
It's likely a contamination issue. The lack of clean water could be the cause. Diseases often spread when people rely on polluted sources. I recommend researching ways to improve access to clean water. Once we've developed the proper methods, we can construct wells throughout the city. Providing clean water will not only combat the illness, but also improve the overall health of our people.
That sounds like the right thing to do. We need to act quickly before more people fall ill.
We're building wells. Alright, so... Wait, did you say low food?
To the governor of Pompeii. Your swift progress in developing the city of Pompeii has not gone unnoticed. The Empire now calls upon you for a critical task. Preparations are underway for a campaign in Dacia, and I have ordered the construction of key bridges across the Danube in Pannonia to ensure the swift advance of our legions. To achieve this, I have dispatched the workforce from the quarries near Rome to assist in the effort, leaving us in need of additional stone. I must ask you to gather 500 stone blocks from your newly established quarry and have them ready for transport to Rome. As a token of my gratitude, and to support the accelerated growth of your city, you should be rewarded with 1,000 denarii.
That's very generous.
Imperator Trajanus Augustus.
Alright, so we need to get stone. We have some, but we need more. You can see I'm building roads that go to the well. I don't know how necessary these are, but it just allows me to kind of build like a nice hangout point. There. Awesome. Well, everyone, I think this is a good first look at Pompeii. And I'd love to know what your feelings are about the game. It is certainly a classic builder. You get those Caesar 3 vibes, and I'm having a good time with it. The graphics are great. And I'm going to put a link in the description below to the Steam page so you can check it out. Let me know your impressions so far on the game. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. Take care.